Hey, I'm Rutledge,
Hey, I'm Connor.
and we're Friend Stream Sports. We're real friends who talk about real sports in real time, and we're gonna do some more West Coast basketball this week. So we're gonna play the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Denver Nuggets. Connor, I know you love your Nuggets.
You know, Rutledge, I'm really sad. I was all on board that Nuggets train until about 24 hours ago, probably like 22 hours ago now. Pour a little out if you're following along to Jamal Murray and his left ACL. Went down hard last night, and that was confirmed today, torn ACL. But I do love the Nugs. I love a lot of Nuggets. Um, I wish that I wish that the Nuggets had a chicken as their mascot because of chicken nuggets.
That's the gold in them there hills is the chicken nugget.
So, how are you doing today, Rutledge? Fresh off of Masters Week, how is the pimento cheese?
Oh, it's so good. The Masters pimento cheese that we got, and tonight I got into my Masters ordered barbecue sandwiches that I have. So I've just been tearing it up Masters food. I've been all types of happy. Um, Probably not as happy. Oh, look at Jokic go. Probably
Hey,
not
if
as
if
happy
teams defended if teams
as
defended the Nuggets like that, then they might still have a chance.
they might, but that's how Portland defends. Probably not as happy as Hideki Matsuyama for winning his first tournament. I hope I didn't say your name wrong. Did you see the picture of him just chilling in the airport with his jacket over the seat, just like anyone else would put their sport coat over a seat?
Hey, you got to figure out what to do with that jacket. I mean, it's kind of an odd trophy if you think about it.
It really is.
So that was a pretty fun tournament, though. First Japanese man to win the Masters. Although he was the first 10 years ago, he was the low amateur score at the Masters, but the low amateur score does not mean that you win it.
No. So, but good on him, and I'm happy for him. He was
Yeah.
not my pick, but we made a lot of picks last week. Neither of us got our picks on the Jazz right because we both said they were going to go 3-1. They definitely in turn went 2-2 last week.
Yeah,
But
the just when you think you should stay all chalk, the Jazz go ahead and lose one that they shouldn't.
they did. They did for sure. All right, come on,
And
Dane.
then a little Champions League action.
Little Champions
Uh,
League.
Bayern Munich bowed out just here a little bit ago to PSG.
Oh, they're done?
Yeah, one of the fun things, and as you know, Rutledge, and as probably many of our fans know, I am an early to bed, early to rise kind of guy. So living on the East Coast has always been kind of a burden for me being a sports fan. And the fun part is when soccer games are going on in Europe, those are afternoon affairs. So we have a very we had Champions League today and had the second leg of Bayern Munich PSG. Bayern Munich won the game 1-0, but aggregate was 3-3. And because PSG had more away goals, PSG won that round and are advancing into the semifinals.
How did Chelsea do today?
Chelsea, they won. Chelsea's moving on.
So we both got that pick right from last week.
Yeah, Chelsea is moving on, and they've been playing really well. They have Thomas Tuchel there as their head coach. Chelsea's had just a real bevy of attacking talent over these past couple years, and apparently Christian Pulisic played really well today. So always good to see Captain America, if you will, coming out strong.
There you go. Well, those are sort of all of our picks that we made last week. Connor, I know you got our poll winner right for NASCAR for Martinsville. You said Joey Logano, and Joey Logano did have the poll. Martin Truex Jr. won. We still have our
For
fantasy
once, I
NAS.
got a NASCAR thing right.
I'm pretty proud of you. Look at this rebound action. No one
Man,
can get
cleaning
man
the glass. The
cleaning
glass man.
the glass.
But you shouldn't leave Michael Porter Jr. open for three.
No, he just absolutely drained it.
But
Um,
well, speaking of looking fresh when you're cleaning things off of the glass, Rutledge. Have you seen some of these new baseball uniforms, the Nikeification, if you will, of MLB?
Is that a word? Is
It
that a
is.
new thing?
It is now.
I bet it's plastered somewhere in Oregon. Like that's the recruiting tape. Is you're gonna get Nikeified.
Get Nikeified. I would. You know me, man. I love Nike, so I would. I would
There we
be all
go.
about getting Nikeified.
Yeah, so for those people that don't know, Nike is now the uniform producer for the Major League Baseball, and they started and they debuted a Boston Red Sox uniform that has no red on it. So they got an inspiration from the they got a big inspiration from the Boston Marathon. They have a blue and yellow uniform, and they have 7 teams that they're going to start to do. So their 7 teams that they're planning on doing are the Red Sox. In May, they're going to cover the Marlins. They're going to do the White Sox in June, as well as the Cubs and the Diamondbacks. Um, then the San Francisco Giants, which I'm excited about seeing the San Francisco Giants get something better. Not that their uniforms are bad. I think they have one of my favorite classic looks, but I just want to see what different can we do for the Giants and the Dodgers in August. Every team will have something different in baseball by 2023. So Connor, any of those stand out for you? Who are you excited? I'm
You know,
gonna go ahead.
I was going. I think that the Boston one is fun because it gives a nod to Patriots Day. I tried to find some of these uniforms. They haven't released all of them just yet.
No, not yet.
Uh, so they have released the Diamondbacks, which I was a little disappointed in because in essence, have you seen the Diamondbacks jersey?
No, what's it look like?
It looks like the court of the Phoenix Suns with that kind of black and some of those brighter colors. Then it says the Valley.
Okay.
So I was kind of like Nike. Nike kind of mailed it in there, but I'm very excited for the Chicago White Sox because they've always kind of done. They've always been into doing sort of shticky things like that. So, did you ever hear of Disco Demolition Night?
I have, but our viewers need to know.
Oh, Disco Demolition Night might be one of my favorite examples of baseball just needing to put butts in seats from time to time. The White Sox were playing a doubleheader. It was actually when Harry Carey was not always the Cubs guy. He used to be the White Sox guy. And the second game, they were literally going to kill Disco. The White Sox were going to try to kill Disco. So it was like the seventh inning stretch. It was a pretty rowdy crowd. It was a bunch of rock and roll folks because, they were trying to kill Disco. And then during that seventh inning stretch, they had a crate of disco records that they were going to explode. And when at the explosion of those disco records, all the rock and roll fans came in and ran onto the field and just caused all kind of ruckus, and they had to forfeit the game.
Wow, that is pretty intense. That is definitely that night you would have been trying to stay alive. You would have been staying
That
alive.
that's for yes, I love it. But any other fun baseball stories that you're trying to keep tabs of?
Of course, was O'Hanti's day. His extremely powerful, his pitch, and then also the very big home run. Connor, I know you were blown away by it. Give me some stats on it. I've really got to dig out of this loss that I'm at, this lead that you've built up.
I mean, potentially a loss. Our fourth quarter could go pretty quick tonight. So Otani for the Angels was the first player since 1903 to start at pitcher and hit number two. For those who might not know, the higher up in the baseball lineup you are, you're up kind of 1 through 4. You're pretty dang good. Otani actually is. I looked this up. Currently fourth on the Angels in RBIs because he plays DH and has 3 home runs. So that's pretty dang good to, also be able to be an effective starter and have 11 RBIs and 3 home runs so far into the season.
That is pretty good. Big on Otani. I'm sorry I said your name wrong.
The other player I'm following is Yermin Mercedes for the White Sox. 12 hits through his first 4 games was the most of any player through the first 4 big league games ever. And he is leading the White Sox in batting average, hits, and on-base percentage as a rookie catcher. That's impressive, maybe for those who might not be baseball fans. Catchers don't usually lead in many hitting statistics. So the fact that he's able to do that damage behind the plate and in front of the plate, or to the side of the plate, if you will, is pretty powerful for our man Yerman Mercedes.
White Sox are supposed to be pretty good this year. They're supposed to do very well. On our friend show Dude Thoughts, I did some picks, and I picked White Sox to have at least 100 wins this year.
Currently the White Sox are sitting third in the AL Central, but it's always a long season, so hopefully they can turn it around because they're a fun team.